Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Ping Pong the Animation, Episode 4. Okay, so Kong has beaten Tsukamoto, but this was was Tsukamoto's decision to lose.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is something that Koizumi is probably going to have noticed.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that probably on some level Pekko is also going to notice.
Sure. Possibly.
And
although he might just be too stuck in his own world to notice, because he kind of, I could see that happening. Like, he doesn't want to notice that Suki was actually able to beat Kong. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I think the big thing that we're seeing right here is the contradiction of Tsukamoto's abilities, skills, and then desire to beat people who have dreams and goals and feelings and all that. He's so sensitive to his environment that he doesn't want to make a ripple in his environment.
The robot will only go so far.
Yeah, and he called out the hero here.
He did.
Then
he put it away.
Yeah, or something else happened.
Yeah,
because I think that we've still like yet to fully understand like what the hero is, the robot is, you know, that persona he puts on himself. Yeah. So looking forward to kind of getting to more of his head post match here.
Right.
And since he's going to be out of the the tournament essentially, we get to look at that. So that'll be interesting. So all right, guys, without further ado, let's get into this. Aww. Little kid Pekko and Tsukamoto.
50年以上前の自分とビンタ張って言いなりになるような子じゃないよ。他に笑わない子だからね。スマイルって呼ばれてるよ。
Yep. Oh yeah!
I love this opening so much.
I like that it's not the same opening like at all from like episode to episode. Like we get like new stuff every single time. It's crazy. Oh. I love that. That guy is me. Yep. That
part there seems like it should be like the opening for like some sort of anime that's on the high seas,
right,
pirates or something. But no, ping pong.
Yeah. Ow. Wow.
那小子明明占着优势。
Yeah.
别乱想了
Pong knows.
没有的事儿。
他应该是故意的。
That's got to be unsettling.
いつだってお前が一番だった。お前が右を向けばみんな右を向く。
Wow.
お前が笑えばみんな笑った。
Wow. Smooth.
どうした悪魔すぐおとなしいじゃんすか
Oh. He was ready for it. Whoa. Hit it softly. Oh, dang.
Yeah.
All right.
Those high hits are insane. Like, he does those and it still lands just perfectly on the table.
Well, it's that he's trying to beat him with showing how good he is, and he needs to stand far back enough so that he can react in time.
But like, if he was able to hit it to the side, then he'd have to run way further in order to get it.
Right, but if he also hit it softly,
yeah, he has more time to.
Oh,
react.
He hit it over. Whoa.
Game 2 佐久間選手
Wow.
お前が卓球博士って俺のことバカにしてたの知ってるぜ。その努力が実を結ぶこともあるんだよ。お前のラバーやラケットはいつも輝いて見えた。
Wow.
こっち出かけて分取ったメダルをたくさん見せられ
Yep,
た。
and that
俺がそ
yep,
れを
eventually that's going to
Yeah,
bring a person to a.
時が経てば才能や環境だけじゃない。力だって発言権ぐらい持ってくるんだぜ。
Wow.
Okay. I love this music.
Yeah, the music is insane. Wow, this is kind of good for Pekko though, you know, because he's been so cocky, you know. Game.
Match 2 佐久間選手
Ouch.
なら足荒いよペコ。うろちょろされんと目障りだがんな。
That pose as he walked out.
勝つことが全ての時代さね。負けた選手は人
Oh,
格
that
まで否定
image.
される。
Yeah.
Wow.
官軍負ければ賊軍。そう
Dang.
いう精神が生み出した挫折。
今も変わらないけどね。
Not that much, no.
あの子は変わった子だよ。勝つことに全く興味がない。
才能のある者は最初から何も望まない。
There's another butterfly
自分
imagery.
が
Oh,
何者かわ
yeah.
からない者ほど
Nice.
もがいて勝っ
Yep, that is true.
僕はただ彼を連れて行ってあげたいだけだ。
Yeah, are you so certain
木
though?
本しごいたところで、お前の精神は戻ってこないよ。
風間先輩はどこでありますか。
Kind of like Tsukamoto.
Yeah.
All right.
いよいよボスキャラ登場だ。
Wow!
Holy crap.
Wow! I mean, they
Okay.
called him the dragon, right? The guy from the
wow.
Academy.
絶対一
I bet he's killed someone! He looks.
超えるだろバカ。
He's the one with the Kotomine voice, you know. Hold me!
有点意思。
哎，你
Yeah.
看他的肌肉，
Wow.
把握好发球机会，争取第3板拿下。
I get the feeling Kong is going to lose here.
够热闹的。
好
That was his game plan, was to win on that third ball, but now
快呀！
here we go. Good grief.
Okay.
This is so freaking epic. Like,
Oh yeah, the music is just absolutely stunning and perfect for this. But they're making it so that Kong really is the underdog now. Attack on ping pong.
right?
Holy crap.
Yep, the dragon, yep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Holy crap.
Wow. That's so amazing. He's like, yeah, I can't, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
His life is flashing before his eyes. Wow.
風間選手
Holy crap. Yeah, who was that person?
Someone's
The-
scouting him, I think.
you know, going up against someone from his own academy.
School, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Wow. There it is. Yeah, who is that?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, holy crap. And they were
All the top four,
Yeah.
yeah. They dedicate their life to it.
Yep.
非得
Yeah.
让我带着。
A little picture of him.
8岁左右吧，那时候
Wow.
记得手
Jeez.
在吃的，
Aww.
还拿一堆他厂里做的礼，
Oh, the homemade stuff.
Uh-huh.
Not the things bought
以
at
前
the
Yeah.
经
factory,
常
you
做
know.
梦丢了钥匙，只有我自己一个人没票的梦，就轻松多了。
你的人生刚刚开始，现在，
我已经
Wow.
不想
Yeah.
再。
哎，我说的不是打球，是说人生呢。
This is
你
cool. He
别把它
shifted
当
his
成
tone
是
a
教
lot.
育训话，
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
你就把它当成是一个朋友给你的忠告。
听着舒服呀。
Yeah.
Your words save me.
Mm-hmm.
使えないグズばかりで話にならない。がない分たちが悪い。
Wow.
わかるだろ。
は
君が行きやすい場所を作る。知っての通り海洋は、創立者が元卓球選手でもあって、
Whoa.
朝晩は常時海外からのコーチもサポートし、全てハイビジョンで撮影され、
Jeez.
分析される。
Holy
ほ
crap.
ぼ全ての球種を繰り出せる卓球マシン、水球
Wow.
マシン、買い放題だ。
Holy
我々はラバーの手入れなどしない。自分に合った道具の開発にも相談に乗ってくれる。
Wow.
What is this place?
ジム、俺の体を理解整理し、栄養士は我々の食事を
Why can't I go to this
Yeah,
place?
yeah,
Yeah.
this is like
I'll learn table tennis.
yeah, Mandalorian lifestyle all
常
for
に
ping
我々の
pong.
遠い未来までも見据えながら、
Holy
君一人では
crap.
全国大会、
世界へも行けないだろう。片瀬はふさわしくない。海洋へ来るべき人。
インターハイ頑張ってください。
Wow.
とにかく雑だ。全てのプレーが格下の相手に抜いて打てるほど偉いのかお前ら。怒るなよ。上じゃ通用しねえぞ。おっす。
Who this? Who this?
じゃあ龍一はゆりえの
Was that the person that was watching?
Maybe? The coach's daughter. Okay.
に出とる子じゃけえな。リア充め。
龍一とゆりえはいとこ同士で清い交際だ。信じられんぜよ。お前ら後でしごくぞ。バスに乗れ。
おっす。
速やかに場内からのご退場をお願いいたします。勝手ながら閉門時間は6時とさせていただきます。
Oh man, that's a shot.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
Oh. Like I don't have actually that much to say. Like a lot of the big things have to do with the idea of, you know, what it means to experience the frustration of winning, you know, not deserving the win and then losing, but
yeah. Oh boy.
We also had a lot of the games essentially just condensed into this episode so that it was basically just, you know, the games themselves.
Right. Yeah, there were good character moments in there, but the majority of the length of the episode
was just them playing ping pong. Yeah.
And it was excellent. Like the animation, the sound, everything.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Top tier. All right.
Okay. So this was the end of the little tournament arc thing.
Yep.
The preliminaries for the inter-high, you know, whatever.
Right.
And they
really good.
They went through all the games really quickly. And I'm glad that once they basically said, okay, Peko, Kong, and Tsukamoto are out of all their games, and we're just going to just go it all pretty quickly.
Right.
So that's good.
Yeah, which makes sense because when you have a school that apparently is as hardcore as Kaio Academy, you're not going to have much competition.
Yeah, I'm really wondering, like, what Kazuma's little point about saying that they're all kind of, you know, he made a point about them saying that all the other students at the academy are all, like, kind of useless.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because they're jerks, but they don't know it, and that Tsukamoto would know all about that. And I'm wondering if he's saying that they're useless comparatively to him, or he's saying that because they're jerks, they're useless in their pursuit of growth.
Right, exactly. Because of their arrogance, they won't actually push themselves because they see themselves as already having attained what they need. Whereas, like, the fact that Kazuma goes to
such lengths,
but then also that the fact that he goes to the bathroom, like, and sits in the bathroom stall before every match, like, or at least before every tournament.
Right.
I feel like that could be a parallel to Tsukamoto with being in the locker.
Sure.
And, you know, potentially some bullying stuff there. But then also, one of the things that I expected to see a lot more of as specific imagery was players that had lost basically going into the bathroom and crying in the bathroom, right? But we haven't really seen that.
We see nothing like that.
Right. We have seen people, like, you know, crying after, you know, losing or such. Yeah, like Peko and the beach dude from before.
Yeah, but I don't think he really cried.
Yeah, he didn't even really cry. It was something different. But
I think what we're more getting is kind of them discussing their losses with themselves or with another person, like Pong with his coach.
Yeah, which was a great conversation. But
that was probably my highlight dialogue moment of the episode.
Oh yeah, same here for sure. Yeah. But the whole thing with Kazuma being in the bathroom stall, I wonder if that's basically him preparing himself and being like, I need to make sure that I win so that I don't have to come here afterwards.
I don't know what your connection is with the coming to the bathroom after the game thing, because no one's done that in this show.
I know. It's more of just a general trope in storytelling and anime. It seems.
Yeah, I think this isn't that. If anything, the people that lose so far the only person that's really, really bent out of shape about losing, I think, is Peko. And he went to be alone. It's not about where they are. I think he wanted to be as far away from the whole thing there. And he did his... Then that would be the equivalent of his bathroom. You know?
Exactly.
But the one that I really want to talk about is Kong. Like, let's just go deep into this, because we heard from his coach in the previous episode that he was like, you better win. This is it. You don't want to go back a failure.
Yeah.
And there was the imagery during the match of the dragon just destroying him, but also the parts where he starts flashing and thinking about the candy his mom gave him, the flight back to China, you know.
Yeah, the first time he left his mom,
Yeah, all this stuff, and now he's realizing that, you know, that's all being taken away from him. I expected that when he got done with that match, his coach would chew him out, but instead his coach starts to give him the, you know, ping pong, table tennis, it's not everything. Your life is just beginning.
Right.
And it's something that seems interesting and contradictory to what he was saying there. Was he yelling at him in order to encourage him before? Kind of the Koizumi slapping Tsukamoto to be like, snap out of it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work. And in this case, he tried to do that to Kong previously to get him to get riled up, but it didn't work. So now he's just changing his tone to be...
Yeah, or it did work, and it just wasn't enough. Like, because what I saw from there is that he didn't seem upset at the fact that Kong lost. Like, of course, he would have preferred if Kong had won.
Yeah.
But it seemed like one of those things of, you really gave it your best. Like Kong was pushing himself to keep up with that whole dragon thing, you know? Like, he was running all over.
Well, they also showed him serving quite a few times, which, you know, means he did score on the dragon, and we saw that at the very least there was, you know, one game that they showed the score of, actually. I believe they showed only one. I don't think they showed any other games. It's basically just assumed that the match, the session of games went to Kazuma. Yeah. But he got destroyed. It's something that you realize with his character, maybe he truly doesn't have anything else other than table tennis, Kazuma, and that's why he goes and he stays alone, as he's basically like reminding himself why he devotes everything to table tennis.
Yeah. It's
not a thing that he's happy about, maybe fully. Like there's something I think that this show is trying to do in saying that winning isn't everything. And it also feels maybe a bit lonely at the top, or maybe it's something where just because you're winning doesn't mean you're necessarily enjoying life. And I think that that could tie in a little bit with what the coach was saying, in that, you know, life is just beginning for you, Kong. Like there's nothing really behind you with regards to life. You know, maybe you're not the greatest at table tennis. Maybe you won't beat Kazuma, or maybe you won't beat anyone really at, you know, table tennis when it comes down to things, because you're just not that good. But he didn't go for that aspect. He's trying to let him know, like, there's more to life than just this. And I wonder, as a coach and also as a friend, as he said, is he trying to go through some kind of, you know, reverse psychology thing here, where he's getting at his feelings initially, and then he'll swing things back around to going that...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's two things that I would be very excited to see happen here.
Okay.
One more than the other, and the one is Kong's out of the story now.
Oh, okay.
He lost. He's done, you know, and he he goes back to China, you know, a failure, and that's it, right? They could do that, and they could make it hit really hard. The other is that, okay, now he has to go. He's the underdog now, right? It's now he does have something to prove, right?
Yeah.
And then that'll cause him to push, you know, hard and all that stuff. Because like what Koizumi was saying, you know, of the people who think they have their life figured out, you know,
right?
You know, they don't have something to prove, and they don't push themselves as hard.
Yeah. I just realized Kong understood that he lost before this match.
Yes, he did.
The thing is that he can go to Tsukamoto and be like, I want to let you know something. Because you let me win, I had to lose to someone that was, so much greater than myself. I didn't deserve to be in that match. You did.
Right.
So I would like to tatrain with you.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm really excited to see happen, because it's the thing of taking the antagonistic relationship that it was set up for at the beginning and turning it into, all right, now let's band together. And they're doing that after, like, this quickly in a story, right? Like,
well, we haven't confirmed that that's actually going to happen.
No, I know, but assuming that happens, that'll probably happen in the next episode, maybe 2 at most, if it does happen at all.
We also have to give a reason for Tsukamoto to actually want to win.
Well, here's a way that it could possibly work.
Yeah.
So I feel like Tsukamoto, he doesn't value his own desires enough, and in a lot of ways, he doesn't have desires enough, right?
Like he desires to have fun.
He desires to have fun
as he passes the time towards his death.
But he will gladly give that up in exchange to make someone else feel better. Right?
I don't know that that's actually what's going on here. I think he sees it as not being fun to take someone else's enjoyment out of the sport.
Okay.
So it is fun for him to play. It doesn't matter whether he wins or loses.
Okay, well, regardless, it's some element of fun that is contingent upon, the other person, right? How they're doing.
Yes.
So if Kong comes up to him and says, "I need you to train me,"
or
then, then it can be something where now they are wanting him to actually play at his best against them, to help them, and then that can be something where it starts to basically unfold that whole mental block,
right?
And make it start working in his favor.
Yeah.
Oh, which would be really cool to see.
That would be really cool to see. There was a lot of butterfly imagery continued in this episode from the previous episodes.
Yep.
So they used that. I believe the image was in the second episode. The image of the person with butterfly wings with the little table tennis. What are those called?
Yeah.
Rackets. That's a tennis thing, but
the instrument of ball slapping.
but I'm never gonna forget you saying the instrument of ball slapping. Okay, so it's probably a racket, but the point is that that person looks like someone who who lost.
Right, it's the caged butterfly is the thing. It's the butterfly that is being forced back into a cocoon of sorts.
But yes, forced back into a cocoon. But the thing is that they are a butterfly.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There was a distinction in that their wings are colorful, and they've already done their transformation.
Yep. But they're being shut up in a dark room.
Yeah. Right. Well, no, it wasn't a dark room. No, this is a classroom. There's a window. It's bright. But the thing is that they are dark. They are dark in contrast to the butterfly wings, which are brilliant.
All right.
So I'm wondering, is this an example of someone that's a person that's lost the game, or a person that believes that they've lost? Meaning that there's a mindset thing going on in this image that's trying to be they're trying to convey a mindset of the person in this image. And it's not related to the actual winning or losing of the game, because this is a table tennis player, because they have them with the little racket thing. Yeah. I'm just wondering, is this supposed to be everyone that's a main character, aka Tsukamoto, Peko, and Kong?
Yeah, and the older people too.
Koizumi, I think, now fits that potentially.
Yep, and potentially the lady too. Because,
I just wonder if this is something that's more pointed than we thought, and it's all eventually just going back to Tsukamoto.
Pointed as in more specific.
More specific, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I can see that.
I wonder actually why Tsukamoto is the only one that has an internal world right now. They use this imagery, and it's just it's a thing for us, the audience. It's it's a meta thing. But Tsukamoto has an actual internal state where he is. Yeah, that's the other thing. He is in a locker that is he was bullied and put into this locker,
right?
And then he has to say the enter the hero, enter the hero, enter the hero. He has to do his little mantra.
Right.
And then he is set free by some, persona of probably himself.
Sure.
But this robot hero, whatever thing comes in and they merge, fuse, and there's power and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's a connection between the hero and this
and the butterfly
and the person with the butterfly, or are
maybe. I don't know.
are they completely independent?
I feel like they're kind of independent because the main reason why I don't want it to be something about Tsukamoto is because he already has the internal world imagery of being in a locker, which could be a lot more literal than we think.
Sure.
So with the butterfly, I hope that if it is something that refers to him, it doesn't just refer to him. It's more of a general aspect.
Okay.
But when they showed it again this episode, and they showed it specifically when Koizumi was talking to the older lady, and it almost looked for a second like the figure had longer hair, like it looked like it potentially could have been her.
Okay.
I don't know why they would necessarily do that because they haven't been, she was just sort of upgraded a bit more in main character status this episode.
She has been giving pretty good commentary when they go to her her table tennis a hall or whatever that place is.
Yeah. But but this was I feel like this was the first time we got like a true yes, she is of main character status, probably because she was interacting with Koizumi with no one else there. And all the times that it was at the hall, you could say that it was just
Peko
another
or
character.
Tsukimoto.
Yeah, Peko and Tsukimoto were there, so the scene stood just with them potentially.
Yeah.
And
they were usually interacting with someone else, except for that part actually in the very beginning where Tsukimoto and her are talking alone, observing Peko. That was probably the part that made me kind of look at her character and be like, what's your role going to be in all of this? And I'm like, I can't tell yet, so I guess we'll see. She does seem to have a lot of history with Peko and Tsukimoto, and I still think Peko and Tsukimoto is the most important relationship in the story, like overall, because they're essentially the like brothers,
and they were introduced first.
They were introduced first. They have spent the most time together of anyone else in the show,
and their paths are probably going to take them down very different directions, or at least that's what it looks like for now.
Right. It's kind of like, if anything, they've been doing this a lot, and now they're going to start doing this. They slowly branch out. They'll come closer every once in a while, but it will fan back out.
And depending on certain character decisions that might be made, they might, go back into Purple Parallel, but
sure.
But it doesn't look that way right now.
No, not right now, no.
Yeah. Can I just say, though, that Kaio Academy, wow. They
I want to join.
I want to join. I volunteer as tribute.
Yep.
Who cares if it's ping pong? Yep. Just to dedicate yourself to something like that with such
much of a support system.
That kind of a support system and stuff. The fact that they all shaved their heads,
whatever. Okay.
Let's do it.
Can you imagine if something was like that for Ultimate Frisbee?
Go
nuts. Throw my whole life away and just be yep, let's do it.
Or imagine if there was something like that for making anime, where it's here's the drawing, area, here's the voice acting area, here's the writing area,
So what you're saying is you want to make a Mandalorian Academy
for anime making.
No, just a Mandalorian Academy.
Just a Mandalorian Academy, anything really. It's just, but the point is Mandalorian Academy. Yeah.
I was being as literal as possible, Jacob. Actual Mandalorian
with
Academy.
Armor forging
and armor and stuff.
Snipers and all that stuff.
Yeah, Mandalorians aren't about sniping, but
sometimes maybe, But oh boy, that would.
I think they're about just honing their bodies primarily, and
but the point still stands. The fact that something like that exists in this world, that's just cool. That's cool world building there. Because we've seen Haikyuu where they talk about powerhouse schools and Shiro Torizawa needing to practice against college, college teams and things like that. But this,
wow. Yeah, it is something interesting to talk about because I don't know if we ever had that opportunity in life. I don't think we really did. But I know there are schools out there and in tons of different countries where the national identity in some ways is connected to the performance of that academy, school, location, organization, or what have you. Yeah. You know, there's things like the Olympic Games. There's things like, you know, World Games, whatever, for insert sport. And I really
StarCraft.
I really wonder if this is something that is actually way more, you know, common across the world than, you know, we would know, because we're not really that into sports when it comes down to it. Like, I wonder if you took, say, a world performing athlete, you know, and you went and looked at their history, would you find an academy like this somewhere in their younger years?
Sure.
I would almost reckon you would definitely find that, at least for the most part, if you looked over 100 of them, for instance. Yeah. But one of the things that Kazuma said as he was talking to Tsukamoto was, he's like, you can go at this alone, that's fine, but if you want to win, if you want to go to Worlds, what did he say? Worlds or Nationals, I think is what he said. Yeah. He's like, you need us. You need Kaio Academy. And the thing is that it reminded me a little bit of Mob Psycho's thing, where it was like, why would you join the telepathy club? Yeah. Join the body improvement club. Yeah, exactly. And he's like, yeah, I will. The thing is that in that, it was one of the most genius moves of the story, because it was in line with what Mob actually wanted. In this, Tsukamoto is a mystery. Yeah. We don't really know what he wants. We're at the point where, like you were saying earlier, he might not want anything. And then I was like, well, he wants fun. But even then, that's so vague and nondescript that we might be in a situation, a story, if you will, where the main character's whole arc, their transformation, their birthing, their reincarnation, if you will be them discovering what they want.
And just sort of finding their life purpose and what they're going to go after?
Well, no, just being willing to communicate it. Because I don't think anyone else knows what they want. I think Peko is probably the closest person to actually knowing what he wants. And that's the thing. I think Peko doesn't really care, because he knows that Tsukamoto doesn't really care that much either. Okay. And that's why they're pretty good friends, now that I think about it. Because Peko was calling him an idiot, being like, winning is everything, you know? But he wasn't there. Like, Tsukamoto wasn't there to listen to that. So it's kind of him, like, kind of muttering it under his breath, like, idiot, winning is everything. And it's like, okay, now we know what Peko really wants. Like, Peko does want to be the best. Yeah. He's not going to be the best, probably.
Right, because he doesn't seem to be willing to put in the effort and the work necessary. Yeah.
Right. But the thing is, with Tsukamoto, he has the ability. He has more ability than I think they're insinuating anyone else in the show.
Right, or at least the potential. You know?
Right. He has all the talent, if you will. I hate using the word talent, but sure. We'll throw that word out here. But we don't really know what he wants. And I wonder if actually in some ways what he wants is to be saved. He wants to have a hero. He wants to basically be able to just enter the hero.
And have it be someone other than him?
And have someone else essentially just... That's his whole compassion thing, you know? Okay. Like, it's a mixed bag then, because I don't think it breaks down upon further analysis. I think it breaks down upon further analysis because the hero is in this little metaphysical internal world thing that he has going on. It's something that seems to be like taking over him, right? And he basically relents and lets it happen. Yeah. But that's only when he's actually emotionally out of whack, and then he shuts down his emotions and becomes a cold machine. Yeah. But in some ways, I feel like he wants that in those specific instances, so that might tell us what he actually wants universally.
Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like I'm grasping at straws here, but I feel like it's really tough to figure out Tsukamoto at this point.
I feel like this show, like, where it will end up, and where it could end up and have it be a very satisfying conclusion.
Sure.
Could just be one of those sort of internal realizations and growths and things like that, with not quite as much of the concrete tangibles out here. Because something like Kaio Academy, right? It's so completely contradictory to Tsukamoto's character, right? With how he is right now.
Right.
They're willing to accept him into their ranks. Yeah. And he would probably do pretty well there. If
he worked there.
If he worked there, right? Yeah. But the thing is that he would have to adopt that mindset. And
I don't think he can do that.
I don't think he can. I don't think he's willing to do that. And they could potentially have him adopt that by the end of the show, but I almost wonder if they're not even going to do that, because especially with the whole thing of the locker, right?
Right.
Now, maybe they wouldn't do this because it would be too much of like a switcheroo with what they've been doing so far. But I could see them potentially having the story be about how he basically gets to the root of what ping pong is a sedative for.
Sure.
You know, sure. and then if they decide to go back into his backstory more and flesh that out, and then he sort of is able to come to terms with it. Because even just imagining, like, trying to picture Tsukamoto going to Kaio Academy and shaving his head bald and things like that, that doesn't seem his style. And I don't know. I don't think they can get there in 7 episodes. So, but I mean, who knows? So
who knows?
Yeah. This is a good show.
Yeah, it's definitely making me think. All right, guys.
One last thing. I absolutely, and I said it during the reaction, but I absolutely loved Pong's words to his mentor of, "Your words save me."
Yeah, that was probably my favorite part in the episode.
That is
really powerful,
and especially coming from someone like Kong, because he is so proud, so proud.
I mean, he's extremely insecure, so. Yeah, he is very proud.
Yeah.
But that was fantastic excellent stuff. Yeah. All right, guys, if you want to watch the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. Yep. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access where you can chat with us about stories or whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.